Hello traders, this is Dr. Zain Agha from zwinner.com. Here are my recommendations to trade the news during the week starting 13th of November until the 17th of November 2023. But first the disclaimer, Forex trading carries high risk. Do not trade with the money you cannot afford to lose. This is for educational purpose only. I am not a financial advisor, therefore I will not be responsible for any loss incurred. Please trade on a demo account first until you are confident. On Monday, we have no news. And on Tuesday the 14th at 7 a.m., we have the claimant count from the United Kingdom. These are the people who have put in the claims for unemployment benefit. And it's expected to be much less than the previous. It's expected to be at 15,000 as against 20,000 last week. And if the figures come out less than 12k, then you need to buy the British pound. If it comes out more than 25k, then you need to sell the British pound. Then at 1:30 p.m., we have the core CPI, Consumer Price Index from the United States. And it's expected to be the same like last, 0.3%. So if there is a change, if it comes out at 0.5% or more, then we need to buy the US dollar. If it comes out less than 0.1%, then we need to sell the US dollar. And then at the same time, we have the monthly CPI coming out and the yearly CPI coming out. The yearly is expected to be much lower than the previous. Previous was 3.7% and the expected one is 3.3%. If it comes out 4% or more, then you need to buy the US dollar. If it comes out less than 3%, then you need to sell the US dollar. Then on Wednesday the 15th at 12:30 a.m. London time, we have wage price index coming out of Australia. Now it's expected to be at 1.3% as against 0.8%. If it comes out more than 1.5%, then you need to buy the Australian dollar. If it comes out less than 0.5%, then you need to sell the Australian dollar. Then at 7 a.m. from the United Kingdom, we have the Consumer Price Index, yearly one coming out, expected to be much less than the previous, at 4.7% as against 6.7%. If it comes out more than 7%, then you need to buy the British pound. If it comes out less than 4%, then you need to sell the British pound. Then at 1:30 p.m. from United States, we have the core producer price index, is a monthly one. And then it is expected to be at 0.3%, same as last. If there's a change, it comes out more than 0.5%, then you need to buy the US dollar. If it comes out less than 0.1%, then you need to sell the US dollar. And at the same time, we have the core retail sales coming out from the United States. It's expected to be much less than the previous. Previous was 0.6% and the expectation is minus 0.2%. So if it comes out more than 1%, then you need to buy the US dollar. And if it comes out in a negative figure, then you need to sell the US dollar. Then we have, at the same time, we have the Empire State Manufacturing Index. And this is the New York Manufacturers Index. I think you better leave it. It's very confusing. It's expected to be minus 2.7% as against 4.6%, minus 4.6%. So I suggest leave it alone. And then at the same time, you have the Producer Price Index from the United States. Now it's expected to come out much worse than the previous.
The previous was 0.5% and it's expected to come out 0.1%. If it comes out more than 1%, then you need to buy the US dollar. If it comes out in a negative figure, then you need to sell the US dollar. And also at the same time, you have the monthly retail sales coming out of United States, and this is expected very, very bad from against the previous. The previous was 0.7%, and expectation is minus 0.3%. If it comes out 1% or more, in that case you need to buy the US dollar. If it comes out in a negative figure, then you need to sell the US dollar. Then on Thursday, the 16th of November, at 12:30 a.m., we have the employment change from Australia. Now it's expected to be 22.8 as against 6.7. So this is a good sign for Australian dollar. If it comes out more than 25k, then you need to buy the Australian dollar. If it comes out less than 1k, then you need to sell the Australian dollar. And also keep an eye on the unemployment rate. The unemployment rate is expected to be 3.7% as against 3.6% previous. So if the unemployment rate goes up to 3.9% or more, then you need to sell the Australian dollar. And if it comes out less than 3%, then you need to buy the Australian dollar. And then on same day, Thursday at 1:30 p.m., we have the unemployment claims coming out of United States. So it's expected to be 220k as against 217k. This is not good for the United States. This is not good for the US dollar. If it comes out at 225k, then you need to sell the US dollar. If it comes out less than 200k, then you need to buy the US dollar. Then on Friday, the 17th of November at 7 a.m., we have the retail sales monthly coming out of United Kingdom. It's expected to be 0.3% as against minus 0.9%. So expectation is much better than previous. If it comes out at 0.5% or more, then you need to buy the British pound. If it comes out in any negative figure, then you need to sell the British pound. So that's all we have for this week. Hope you will make good money, and please do share it with your friends and colleagues, and do subscribe if you haven't so far. And I wish you all the best and see you next week. Take care and bye-bye.